That was the weirdest part. The weirdest part was that a God said, you better listen to your husband. So I was told by this husband to go and find his building. I had sat there once. So I sat by that husband's building once and put the power of God into the building to help just the building and the business and the people to have a nice holiday in general. And I didn't plan on going back there anytime soon. But this husband was like, you have to come and park here. And a God even said, yeah, you need to come and park here. So I parked here, and it was like, why the hell am I parking here? But I thought, well, that's okay. I can put my Power of God powers in the Find Food corporate office. They're going to love that. So his building's right near the Find Food corporate people main building. So I thought, well, I'm going to put the Power of God everywhere in those buildings. They're going to love it. Because I didn't do that the first time. So whatever, I had to come over here. I can make use of the time. And then I sit by the building like I did before. But I put more Power of God into the building to be nice to the people. And I sit there like that husband and that God told me to. Then I got a ride right away. So I went and got the ride I needed. I got to earn my bucks. And then I came back because the husband said, now you have to get back. And it was like the husband knew when my ride was over for Lyft. It was kind of creepy and weird, but I thought, well, he's a husband, right? So he's supposed to be normal, right? So I was like, well, okay, the husband's telling me to go back to the building or sit by the building. And then the God did it again too. That God, the same God said, yeah, you better listen to your husband and park there. And after a while, I got kind of pissed off because the husband seemed like a nut job out of his mind. So I went to that God and I was like, why the hell would you tell me to keep parking near a building knowing that my husband's acting weird and bizarre, and now they want me to be stalked or harassed by police officers? And it exacerbates the stress and eruption of my death, and then everybody has to pay the consequence. Why would you create any situation as a God that harms or goes against my death when you as gods know more than everyone that it only brings death and bad things upon everybody? But a husband should know that too. What the hell's going on? And this God looked at me and said, you don't understand. That man's trying to be a hero, but you're not going to understand. And I was like, okay, so what? The United States is out of their minds? So husbands have decided to battle the United States? They have to go out of their mind? And the God was like, you just have to believe me. You don't understand how weird or scary a lot of these situations can be. And every God is trying to teach humanity and maneuver things and help humanity and even gods be bigger and better than they've ever been. This has brought gods to their knees more than you want to admit because you're the mother who's so invincible. But a lot of these gods have fallen apart, realizing how much little human nobodies can make everybody's life so scary and miserable. And it was like, oh, okay. I mean, my children are gods. They're not tiny. They're smart beyond words. They're powerful beyond words. But and I get it. I get it. The gods are going to come in here, and gods are going to come in here and act like they're fragile humans, and walk and this fight with the humans until humans are back to children of God are everything, and good people do run everything. And like, I get it. The gods are going to come in through the human race, possessing the human race, and figure out how to teach these countries some shit through humans. I get it. Gods are badass like that. They come in here and they will turn humanity into whatever humanity needs to be so that no one can stalk, harass, put trackers in, and just get away with it and live like that. Gods were gonna get in here and fight back with humans and empower everybody and teach them to, like, if you know you have a tracker, let's start doing shit to them in secret, but like never admit to it. Or, like, I get it, gods are badasses, but what are they talking about with this fear factor thing? Like, fear of what? That the United States does sit right next to very fragile, naive, good people, ready to kill them when they are dying in their soul? Because we know about that part. You know, I can't figure it out. Other than the husband thinks he needs to be a whack job to fight against United States whack jobs. I don't get it at all. But that God was so sincere that you can't get mad at her. She looked so honest and sincere. Whatever she was saying, she truly believes. It's like, I'm lost. I'm going to wait till a child of God thinks or says, my queen, my queen, my queen, dissects it with God's and helps me to understand, because I don't get it. But I just feel better. I got to go to Dunkin' Donuts. They're usually pretty sweet, amazing people. And they like to be pretty cool and dream big. So I really like that Jackson Dunkin' Donuts, because they dream big. They think big, dream big. They're pretty big, amazing, fun people. But they have to deal with the world wants to talk crap or talk about me all the time, and they gotta fit into whatever, and I know that. And they know my life's for shit. You know, like, honesty about, like, my life's for shit. That's not the same as derogatory, abusive comments. So, I mean, it is what it is, but... And at least I have some sanctuary to go where good people are and hide here and there. And hide at the Motel 6. I've already made my reservation. I go to the Motel 6, like once a week or something. Well, I'm like, I just have to hide about once a week. I can't take it anymore. About once a week. And about here and there. I don't have a once a week yet, but here and there I gotta go to the lake and bond with the animals and the fish and just be one with nature and God. And every now and then, and what keeps you surviving is your precious truckers and stuff. And it's like, this is so arduous. And then you got gods talking weird, like it's an explanation. And you're like, okay, man, but if you guys don't prove it pretty soon, you're all a bunch of weirdos that want to walk around like weirdos because two countries are full of weirdos.